Hello my friends, hello again. My name is Kyle. And here on my channel Pensando Inglés, I bring you guys real English. Real English that you can understand. Now normally, I talk slower, and clear, but today I am speaking my natural, normal, native English. Like I speak with my friends, like I speak at work, like I speak when I go to the store. Okay, today I am speaking my normal English because this is an advanced level video. I like to make these videos to challenge you guys. Can you understand me? Alright guys, it's important that I make these videos in advanced level because in order to get to that next level in your English, you have to try and expose yourself to more and more difficult content. So this video is like a bridge between intermediate level content, like what I usually make on my channel, and watching things like Netflix TV shows in English, okay? Because you guys are already accustomed to my voice, you already know how I speak, my mannerisms, my vocabulary, my accent, so it will be easier for you to understand me speaking naturally than it would to listen to some actor who you haven't heard before, okay? So think of this video, this kind of video, as a bridge between intermediate content and getting to where you can watch real deal native content on Netflix and movies, music, etc, etc, etc. So today I'm going to be talking about a mature subject, okay, for adults. If you are very young, I do not recommend that you watch this video unless you are with a parent and they say that it is okay. Alright, because I'm going to speak about some adult topics. That being said, today I'm going to talk about drugs. Okay? I'm going to give you guys my opinions on drugs. I'm going to talk about some things that are happening here in the US related to drugs. And yeah, it's a topic that you are not going to hear a lot about when you are learning a language, okay? They don't talk about this in the language courses, things like that, but it's a real world subject, okay? So in order to fully be able to express yourself in a language, to understand conversations in the street, real conversations, you also need to expose yourself to topics like this that are maybe not pleasant, not very nice, but it's real and it happens in the world and you need to be able to understand it. I am talking about this topic today, drugs, because 2 days ago I was having a conversation with somebody who lives in the city of Chicago in the state of Illinois. And she told me that where she works, they now opened up a new business called a dispensary. So what is a dispensary? A dispensary is a place where they legally, it's an actual legal business, they legally sell marijuana. Okay, because in the city of Chicago, marijuana is now perfectly legal. You can walk into a store and buy it. So she asked me, what do I think about this? She said that she hates it because now it always smells like weed over there. Weed is what we call marijuana. It's the street word for marijuana. She said it always smells like weed over there and she does not like it. And now this is something I really do not like about Illinois as well. Like, I go to Chicago very often to spend time with her. And every time you go to Chicago now you smell weed all over the place because people are smoking it because it's legal. So my thoughts on this are that it is stupid, okay? Now I understand that they will say, oh, there will be less crime because less people will be arrested over marijuana. But I do not think that having people walking around the streets smoking marijuana is a good thing, okay? If I'm walking around with my child, I don't want him seeing that. I don't want him smelling that. I don't want him being around that. And to me, I think that this is just another step of the decline of the United States. Decline of morals, the decline of society, the decline of what was once a great country. And the less and less rules that we have, the more and more crime and people doing bad things there will be. That is just the way that it happens. That's the way the world works. Less rules, more chaos. So, I am not saying that if you smoke marijuana you're automatically a bad person or you're a loser, you have nothing to contribute to society. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I do not want it to be legal in the streets, people walking around doing it out in the open. I do not want to have to be around that every time I go to Chicago trying to have a nice day. And you have to ask yourself, why did they make it legal? Why? What does the government gain by making that legal? Well, they get to tax it. They get a lot of extra money by taxing the money made in these stores by selling marijuana. And then you have to wonder, what does marijuana do to you? It makes you lazy? Makes you sit around and want to do nothing? Does the government want more people sitting around doing nothing? I think so. Makes you less ambitious. So I do not think the government would have a problem with more people being lazy, being happy with just having a little bit, alright? Not wanting to go out and improve their lives. Sounds about right to me. Now that's just marijuana. Okay, that's just marijuana, which is basically the weakest beginner drug, okay? Now unfortunately, if you go to the city of Chicago, marijuana is going to be the least of your concerns, okay? Because you will see people walking around the streets who are basically zombies. Okay, basically zombies on other hard drugs. You'll see people who are on crack cocaine, smoked crack cocaine, alright? And these people are just crazy, walking around talking to themselves, blah, 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 saying things that do not make any sense at all. These are the people who will be aggressive and causing problems with other people. What'd you say to me? What'd you say to me? Blah, blah. Okay? Aggressive and dangerous. And then you will also see a lot of people who are either on pain pills or heroin. Okay? And these people, you will know that they are either on pain pills or heroin because they're like this. Okay, we call that nodding off. Nodding off. Okay, and these are the people who are literally walking around like zombies. Okay, they have no idea what they're doing. They're walking around and they're, at that point, when they're like that, in that state, they're not even humans. You cannot have a conversation with them. They are the walking dead. Okay, and the person who gave me the idea for this video, she told me she was on the train the other day, the public transportation, and there were two people on the train just like that. Standing, dropping their phones, dropping their stuff, okay? Like zombies. And she said it was really scary, and I understand that. It really is a truly scary experience when you're around somebody who is acting not even human, okay? They literally look like a zombie or a monster. So when you go into these big cities like Chicago, you run the risk of being stuck on a train or a bus next to somebody who looks like they're dying. Or when you're walking around the street, you could see somebody who's on the crack, on the cocaine, screaming at people, seeing things that are not there. Okay? These are becoming more and more common in big cities like Chicago. And it's terrible. When you get on these trains, there's no police officers, there's nobody to protect the normal people, and these crazy people are free to walk around and do whatever they want. And in cities like San Francisco and California, it's even worse. These drug-addicted people are breaking into businesses and stealing things, and the police do nothing because the politicians have made laws to protect the criminal and not the business owners, not the normal people who are trying to feed their families. So, my opinion on drugs, from a moral standpoint, whatever. I think everybody has the decision to do whatever they want. But when it comes to the point where these dangerous people who are not in their right state of mind are walking around the street, causing crimes, scaring innocent people, then I have a problem with it. And I think that our government needs to use force, police force, to protect our innocent, good, hardworking citizens who are just trying to live a normal life and be productive and contribute to society. So I think that drugs are truly adding to the downfall of this country, and it's because the politicians are not protecting the people like they are supposed to. So it's a shame, and the cities are getting more and more dangerous because the good normal people are leaving because they do not want to be around the crazy people who are causing all this danger. They are leaving and they are moving to the suburbs around the city where normal people and families live. So it's really, really sad to go to these cities that were once beautiful. They were once a booming mecca of business and the American dream. And now you see homeless people all over the place living in tents. People who are clearly on drugs, harassing other people. It's truly, truly sad state of affairs. So myself personally, I do not really like going to these cities. When I do go to Chicago, I do not like walking around the streets because I don't want to see this. I don't want to see my country declining, okay? I don't want to be around these people. And it really makes me very sad to see these places that were once so beautiful being destroyed. And to see that our government does not care about it at all. Alright guys, I hope this video was useful for you. Tell me down below if you understood me. And the assignment for today is to tell me in the comments in English, how do drugs affect where you live, okay? When you go outside, do you see people walking around like zombies? Okay? Tell me how it affects you and your life and the place where you live. Okay, my friends, muchísimas gracias por ver y nos vemos pronto.